Okay, so we're recording. Alrighty. So we're going to start. I was going to focus on fears and failure today. And actually, I'm going to unplug since Andrew is not down here anymore. Because I can't really hear myself talk. I don't know how loud I'm talking. Okay. So we're going to talk about fears. And one thing I was watching a video from another coach, and she was talking about this is really funny. You just popped up huge behind me. Let's just put it on gallery view here. Okay, this is fine. Okay. So I was watching this video and she was talking about the book Eat That Frog. And I have not read that book. I got it and then I never actually read it. But it's about like facing those things that you don't want to do, like the last thing that you want to do in your business and doing it first and getting it done. Like, so for me, that would be like coaching, like cold invites. Like I hate sending out just like a random invite to somebody, which is one of the reasons I try to incorporate and sprinkle coaching into my posts. So it's not as awkward if I message somebody, so that they're more familiar with kind of what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. And that they have more of an opportunity even to, like my post or reach out to me or something like that. But anyways, so that's not my favorite thing. That's kind of a fear that I have. I just don't love it. And so one of the things I was thinking about is maybe as a team, if we read that book, Eat That Frog, just kind of as a book club and just like post takeaways from the book and frogs that we've eaten each week or something. I thought it might be a good way, and like a low pressure, like, you don't have to read a certain number of chapters each week or anything, but just working on eating those frogs and reading a little bit of that book each day. So I think whoever's on board, I'll post something on the team page for that. So I think that'll be fun. And I think it'll be a good way for us to overcome those fears and to get some more invites out there. And not to say invites are your biggest fear, but whatever it is that could move your business forward. Maybe it's live videos, because live videos are really going to move your business forward. That's the new thing right now, especially on Facebook. I guess only on Facebook really, but so it's huge. It's like blowing people's business up. So if that's something you're like scared of, maybe you need to eat a few of those frogs in the next week or two and come up with something you're passionate about or something you want to talk about. Even if it's just super quick, like just do a super quick live video about whatever it is. So just an idea. So we'll talk more about that later, and I'll post about it in the team page. So I'm also thinking tomorrow morning that we'll do an invite blitz as a team. Whoever doesn't have to work full time can hop on. I was thinking around 10:30 Central Time. We'll do it. Hopefully someone will be available. Just as a good way, it's coming to the end of a month. If you're like me, like I'm feeling like what is going on this month? It feels super slow. I'm kind of like I'm ready for this month to be over, but I want to end strong. I don't want to end not hitting my non-negotiables. So I'm thinking if we do an invite blitz, it's really going to help me. I'll be able to eat some frogs, and I think it will help you guys too if you're feeling kind of similar. So, and also I will have a prize for like sending the most invites out in that blitz. It'll just be for an hour. So it'll be from 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time. And I might even, let's just make it 30 minutes. Let's make it a 30-minute invite blitz. So let's make it let's do an hour. Just kidding. Let's do an hour, because that way if someone hops on late, they'll still have time to jump into the blitz. So we'll do 10:30 to 11:30, and you'll just send me your number of invites that you sent out. So it's totally an honesty system, but I'll send you a fun prize if you have the most invites. Plus, it should definitely help your business. If it doesn't help you this month, these are going to be seeds that you have planted for the future. So that'll be awesome. And alrighty, so we'll get that in, and make sure, like I was talking about, sprinkling coaching into your daily post. And that doesn't always mean like blatantly saying like, beach party coaching is awesome, here's a picture of my day. Or, it's trying to find the most natural way to really talk about it in your daily life. So like I've really been working on this because it wasn't natural for me at first. But I wanted a way to sprinkle coaching in so I didn't feel like I had to do cold invites as much. So I was trying to get it in every day. So like if I made a list of all the ways that coaching has helped me or benefited me in some way, which is something that you should all do. You should make a list of all the ways that your life is different since you became a coach. So it could be like a physical transformation, but that's not the only thing that it can be. It could be making money. That's not the only thing it could be. A mindset shift, confidence, like increased confidence. It could be the way your clothes are fitting that day. It could be just randomly taking a picture of your outfit. Hey, like I feel super good. These pants haven't fit me in 6 months. So thankful for this opportunity. Or just like finding ways to just subtly like give a little jab, and then you'll come in with your big hook, which is another book I want to read. I haven't read yet, the Jab, Jab, Hook book. But the idea behind it is that you're just putting these subtle jabs out about coaching, about your life, and things that other moms, or if you're not a mom, other people like you can relate to. So that when they read it, they can relate to what you're talking about. Like if you see some of my posts, it might have to do with Aria or something we did that day or how we're feeling or just several different things. You might feel like you know a lot of things about my life because I post these things and I try to incorporate coaching into them. Like whether it's we're having lunch and maybe I'm getting some business done in lunchtime, or we're, walking over to the library and I can take a break from my schedule because I designed my schedule, which is true. Anyways, so you can go back and look at some posts from top coaches. Ashley Smith does an amazing job of this. Her videos actually, I always watch her team calls because she's just a huge inspiration to me, and I think she's a wonderful coach, and she does a great job at doing the jabs every day about coaching, and they're so subtle and they're so wonderful. It like makes you want to be a part of her life, and that's how you want other people to feel about you when they see your posts. If they're your niche or they're your people, you want them to feel like they can totally relate to you. Okay, so that's something I challenge you with. It's really working on putting those jabs in there, and then at least once a week putting a big hook in there about coaching and inviting people to the opportunity. Okay, so challenge you to make that list and get some of those jabs in. And another thing, when you're reaching out to people about the coaching opportunity, an important thing that I want you to think about is like if they're on Instagram or something, a really good way, instead of like trying to get them to come over to Facebook, add you on Facebook, then you add them to a group, then you tag them in the group, like all those steps, you can just send them a simple playlist of a video of you like welcoming, like telling them a little bit about you, and then all these videos that are already recorded from other people on our team, on our big team. And I have a really good one on my YouTube channel. I'll put the link on the team page. And it's just other coaches talking about the business. Like I made sure and put my own intro video in there so that they see my face, they know it's me, and then the rest are other coaches talking about the business. Super simple. And then you don't have to drag them over to Facebook. Now, I'm not saying you can't do that, but if you're reaching out on Instagram, which you should be, that's a really good idea to use that playlist, okay? And then let's see. I want to talk a little bit about failing also. I know I posted on the team page. I don't know if y'all saw it. I know a few of you did. About Christy Kronsner, I think it's how you say it. She is a superstar diamond coach, and she was on the National Wake Up Call this morning, and she was talking about failing and how, of course, you want to fail forward. And she had so many amazing little tidbits of information. I'm definitely not going to cover all of them, but I want you to go back and listen. You can either download the podcast and go back and listen, or you can just do the replay line, which I put on there. It's totally worth half an hour of your time. It's incredible, especially if you're struggling right now or you're feeling like, oh, is this really worth it? What am I doing? I don't feel like I'm seeing any success. You should definitely go back and check this video out. So she pointed out she had three major points, which actually she ran out of time for the third one, so I don't have the exact third one. But one was to always be a challenger first. Always focus on yourself and your journey first, and scheduling your day and things like that. And she said, don't let your day own you. Make sure you own your day. So definitely always focus on your journey first, and then your business and other people's successes will fall into place. And make sure, number 2, that you use failure as a stepping stone to success. And she had a really good point. She said, like, if you think of it as like a timeline, a lot of people think of failure like, how did she say it? I'm gonna totally botch it. Basically, she said to think of failure as the halfway point to success, rather than thinking of like failure as the end point and that's where you stop. You think of it as the halfway mark, and then you keep going, and then you hit success. Because a lot of people that are failures, they don't succeed because they stop when they hit this failure mark. Okay, so we have to make sure we're failing forward, because guess what? You're going to fail. You're going to set goals. You're going to fail, but you're not a failure if you fail forward and you keep pressing towards the success finish line. Okay. So keep that in mind. So grow through those failures always, always, always. And also, if your comfort zone is not expanding, then you are shrinking. So make sure your comfort zone is always expanding. She also mentioned listing ways that your life has changed since becoming a coach, just like I was talking about. Make sure you do that, because you're going to want to have that list of ways so you can incorporate them into your daily posts. What else? She also made a good point, like when connecting with people, that like understand that, again, you're sharing with them. You're not just trying to sell them a product. You're trying to share with them something that works, something that you do. Just like if you're going to school to be a teacher, or if you're going to school for whatever profession you're going to school for, you share that with people. You don't share that with them thinking, oh, they're going to want to be a teacher too. If everyone in here doesn't want to be a teacher when I'm done, then I'm not going to share anymore. Well, no, that's just like with us. Like, we shouldn't be sharing coaching thinking if everyone in here doesn't want to be a coach, then I'm going to quit sharing. Because that's not how it works. Guess what? Everybody doesn't want to do what you want to do, right? But there are other people like you, just like there are other teachers, there are other engineers, there are other doctors. There are other people who will want this opportunity and who will see through you how it can bless their life. And people need your belief in them to make a change. So a lot of people who are needing to just make a change on their health journey, they don't know that they need that. But then once you believe in them and tell them they can do it, then they see that they really can. They can lose that weight. They can work out every day. They can make the time to work the business, whatever it is. And meet people always where they are at. Always figure out what other people's struggles are. Find out their likes, their dislikes. Really get to know that person, the kind of workout they like. And use that as a gauge for how you can help them, okay? Don't just say, hey, okay, this is your name. Here, do the 21-day fix. It'll really help you, and then sell them the pack. You need to figure out what they're going to like. And also, anytime in coaching that you can get someone on the phone, get them on the phone. Like, when you can talk to someone in person, you're much more likely to be able to connect with them on a deeper level than just via social media. So definitely give that a shot. That might be a fear. That might be a frog that you have to swallow, that you have to eat, but try it. Alrighty. So the other thing, we talked a little bit about live videos, that being a fear, it will definitely skyrocket your video. Last month, I did a live video. I got 2 challenge packs off of the live video that I did. I couldn't believe it. Okay. So I'm not saying every time you're going to get 2 challenge packs off of a live video, but it certainly happened for me. So you better believe tomorrow I'm going to be going live, because I need some serious business and I need to help some people. So I'm going to go live because I feel like I can connect with more people when I'm talking to them. Okay. So maybe I won't sell a challenge pack because of it, but that's not the whole purpose of it. Okay. People still need to see me, need to hear from me, need to know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go live tomorrow. So mark my words. I don't know when though, but I'm going to. And I have been trying to go live every Sunday on my Fit page. I've been working on my Fit page. I'm doing a training on my Fit page. And I've been trying to go live over there about like meal prep and recipes so that people can expect that from me and they are getting value from me for free. They don't have to be a customer to get that value from me, okay? It's a great way to give value without getting anything in return. So if there's something you're passionate about or really good at, it doesn't have to do with fitness or food. I just happen to be passionate about food. Huge, huge passion for food. So that's something that I use, and I'm pretty good at it, you know? So if it's something I'm good at, I want to share with people. A lot of people are good at crafting, do-it-yourself projects, makeup, hair, marriage, raising kids. You're like a super mom. You've read all the books. You can give tips. Come up with things that you're passionate about and good at and use those. Okay, so that is it as far as just what I wanted to share with you. The rest, I really just wanted to hear from you guys. I wanted to hear if you have some fears, what are they? Some struggles, let's talk about them, because it can really help other people through your struggles. They might be having some similar ones when they go back and watch this recording. And also I want to hear celebrations, if there's anything you're celebrating. I also want to give a shout out to Christy. She's at SC2 right now. She's doing a great job. So super proud of you for that, girl. So she's already entered into the Success Club drawing for this month, because each Success Club point you get enters you into that drawing. So, and I think it was a book and a motivational tank. I'm pretty sure that's what the Success Club drawing was. So kind of exciting. Okay. So any fears, struggles, celebrations we can talk about? And you can go ahead and share, and anyone watching on the recording can glean from it later. No?
I don't know what I would categorize it as, but I'll have somebody, I'll have people super interested in it, and then all of a sudden there's nothing. Like, we've talked for days, because I try and wait, for the right time before I give them the website or anything like that, or give them the information of how to order a challenge pack, because I don't just want them to think that I'm like talking to them for 5 minutes. The only thing I want is for them to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes they're like, I'm sorry. They're like, yeah, I really, really want one. And then all of a sudden they're quiet, and there's nothing there.
Well, when do they get quiet? After you send them a link, or?
Yeah, sometimes after a link, and then sometimes they'll come back to me 3 days later, like, oh, I was just, I was busy. But I never know if it's because they're busy, or if they just decided it wasn't for them, or what.
Well, what do you say when they say they're busy? How do you respond?
Normally I'm like, oh, that's okay, life gets busy, I understand.
And do you ask them a question, or do you just?
Yeah, and I'll ask them a question, like if I had shown them a couple videos or something like that, or relating to what we had talked about last, like, I try and relate it back to what they told me their struggles were, and relate it with what my struggles are, and I try to make it like more personal.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to find the right words, and I don't want them to. I like to use the scripts because they help me, but I want to get comfortable without using them too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, a lot of times when they're gung-ho about it in the beginning, they get the link, they know the price of it, they don't want it anymore. Okay? That happens to me all the time. So you can continue to try to connect with them through social media, through their Facebook page or whatever. And if they're responding to you, you can keep talking to them. What do they say when they say they're busy, and then you respond and you ask them a question? Then what do they say? Do they respond back or not?
Okay, can you say that one more time? Your internet went out.
Okay, sorry. Whenever is it working now?
Yeah, it's working now.
Whenever you respond back to them after they say they've been busy, and you ask them if they've got a chance to look at the videos. Then what do they say back to you?
Well, I guess it depends on the person, but most of them say, no, I haven't got to check them. Can you resend me the links? Or something like, let me go watch them real quick. But most of them are like, no, I haven't had time.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, okay. I mean, I'm trying to be understanding because I know that everybody has different things that they do, and I can't just expect everybody to jump on board and be as excited as I am.
Right. And when they're ready, they will be. I think that these people just aren't ready to invest in themselves. I think that that's why you just have to keep adding more and more people. And I know it gets annoying, maybe hearing the same thing over, but it's just the truth. You're going to have people like that, and those are your golden people that might come around in 90 days. Those are your people that you just keep following up with maybe once a month or every time you get a new challenge group and say, hey, I've got a new group coming up. I thought of you. We talked a little bit before about your goals. Are you feeling like you're ready to jump into this group? Would love to talk some more. Like, they're the people I feel like you should, if you're still carrying on a conversation with them, fine, keep talking to them. But if you feel like you're nagging on them and it's just been multiple messages of them, one answering or whatever, I mean, just give it a break, support them, like on their page, follow up again, like in a few weeks or a month. I definitely, like if they're just saying, no, I'm too busy or something like that, like, okay, well, that's your choice then. Like, let them be too busy for a while and then follow up with them later.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard and it sucks, especially when you want them to be on board, but you never want people to be on board when they're not ready. You don't want to push someone into it by trying to sell them on it. You want them to know it's the right thing for them and that they're ready for it, if that makes sense. It's going to be better for them and it's going to be better for you. So hopefully that's kind of helpful. Is there anything else? Or did that answer it enough?
I think that answered my question.
Okay, that's fine. That's good.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
That's okay. Do you have anything else? If not, I mean, we can end it, and people will watch the recording. I think everyone was just kind of busy tonight with the debate.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, you can keep it recorded if you want. It was whenever you were talking about the inviting blitz. I had to put the phone down, so I didn't hear really what you said. I heard bits and pieces about it being hold yourself accountable for it, but I didn't know.
That's okay. It'll be
sorry.
Tomorrow, we'll just do it on the team page. Well, like I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll do a Zoom link for it actually, but I don't know if you can do a Zoom link on your phone and work on your phone at the same time. I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know. But I think I'll do a Zoom link and we'll just all be inviting. Like we don't have to be talking. Like I might have the Zoom link up, but I'm going to be like working on my computer and just invite.
Cold invites?
They can be like, but anything. I mean, if you have people like go through, if you're using Teamsy or if you're using Papers or whatever, go through people that may have been interested, go through people who have liked your posts. Like I always go to people who have liked my coaching posts first because I know there's at least something I can talk to them about. I can say, hey, I noticed you liked my coaching post and I so appreciate the support. Were you interested in the coaching opportunity? If so, I'd love to talk more. It's been a super blessing for me or something. If not, no worries. I just wanted to say thanks for all the support. That's where I start because it gives me people to talk to. But also Teams, it gives me people popping up like crazy. And then I think, oh, should I talk to them about coaching or not? So definitely some cold invites. But you don't want it to be awkward either for you or for them. You don't want it to be just like, hey, you want to be a coach? Nobody wants that. You want to be able to relate to them. You want to have some sort of connection. And if they're Instagram, that's easier. Cold market Instagram's a little bit easier for me because if they're into fitness, it's like all over their page. Like, so if they're a mom into fitness, it's all over their page. If they're not a coach, and you can be like, hey, I love your Instagram. I love all these fitness posts. Girl, did you know you could totally pay it forward and help even more people? Have you ever considered that? Love to give you more information. And so Instagram ones tend to be simpler. It's just harder for me personally to keep track of those. But like, I'll try to be sending a lot of those probably during our invite blitz tomorrow. And I'll give a prize. You'll just keep track of the number of people you invite, and I'll send a prize to whoever invites the most. So, but if you're like me, you could use a little bit of a push here at the end of the month. So, but yeah, that's all I said about that. Any other questions? Any like really good things that have happened in your business or your life or anything?
Not yet, but I'm hopeful.
I just gotta keep pushing forward. Always doing the vital behaviors consistently. It will make a big difference. And any questions for me? We kind of went through questions already. Do you have any other ones you can think of?
So you can't see my head. No.
I can't see anything. It's like black.
I turn the light off in this bedroom because the lamp is too bright.
Okay, well that's all I had then. So I'm glad you could jump on. Anyways, and I'll upload the recording tonight if I have time. I should have time. So
Cool. Yeah, well, I'll let you know if I get a Success Club point.
woo-hoo.